going on, party people? It's been a while, so I figured I'd do a little update on the old car for the 2026 Hillclimb season. Let's see what I did. Let's see what changed up. All right, so a little bit of background. It's an old Impreza Outback Sport. Came with a 2.2 NA 5-speed. I bought it completely just ruined on purpose, and I swapped all of my 2.5 Forester XT stuff into it. It does have the 5-speed from the Forester, the 444 transmission drivetrain. It's got 0607 front and rear caliper setup, and I was going to do air to water intercooler setup this year. I swapped it back to front mount. Can't really beat the cold air, and it looks fucking sick. Also moved the license plate to the middle. Got it so where the fogs would be has a little bit better airflow for braking and all that fun stuff. And one thing I still need to do, got some rust killer on the bish in a few spots. I need to do some rust repair. Honestly, for Subaru, it's pretty minor. Also, the exterior might be changing quite a bit in a little bit. If that comes to fruition, we will talk more about it. But yeah, let's go into the interior and see what I did in there. Did a few things. So I like having my interior be simplified. I love an OEM Plus. Besides this Sparco steering wheel, everything else, pretty normal looking, right? I put a factory Impreza cassette player back in it. It actually works. I do have cassettes. I got the rubber boot along with a factory 5-speed shift knob on it. I love the retro look. It's a little bit more inconspicuous. I got the 2.5 RS seat over there. Over here, obviously, I got a little bit different seat. We got a version 3.4 STI seat. Or no, this might be, it's a Deborah seat. I don't want to be that guy. It's a Deborah seat. It keeps me firmly in place, especially for racing. I don't have harnesses or anything like that. Still rocking the factory seat belt for now. This car is not getting a harness bar. It's not getting the cage, anything like that. That's what the orange car is for. Still doing some welding, repairs, stuff like that on that chassis before I start swapping stuff over. On that chassis, it's going to be, I would love it to be a 6-speed. It's not going to be a 6-speed. That's money. It's going to be a 5-speed with a H6 swap. That's the plan. But for this car, once this is retired from hill climbing, I want to keep this as just a fun weekend car. It's still going to be 2.5 turbo, all that stuff. I am planning on running this car for the full season. Well, mostly full season for the New England Hillclimb Association. I did register for Ascutney 1. I got a camping spot, everything. I'm good to go for that. After that, I believe it's Burke. I really got to look up the schedule. Anyways, I'm signed up for a hill climb. The plan is to do 5 hill climbs this year. For me, that's a full season minus Philo. Philo, it's next weekend. It's 3 hours north. I'm driving the car. I can't do it. But anyways, let's get into the meat. I'll let this thing run, and we'll see if it's smoking, because last year it was pretty smoky. So like I said, I went back with the front mount intercooler setup. I got the piping fitting quite a bit better. It doesn't rub nearly as much as it used to. It does rub right here on, I don't know, something around there. I gotta do some trimming on that. One huge plus, I got these overtake hood struts for the car, so now I can actually work on the car without hitting the prop and having the hood come down on me. It's running pretty good. I've been using some Valvoline oil some of the Restore and Protect, along with some oil additives. Smokes a little bit now and then it clears out. If it continues smoking, I'm going to use some of the liquid moly Restore stuff. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's go for a quick rip. Sorry guys, this is the best angle you're going to get. I am on my proving grounds. The smoking issue, I think we'll be in a pretty good spot. A few things I forgot to mention doing the walk around. I ended up taking the tane coilovers out. One of the rears was blown, leaking some pretty decent amount of fluid, so I got that taken out. I replaced it with some 04 STI takeoffs that I've had for a while. I did have to modify the rears since the rear strut top hats. The base just needs to be widened for the stud holes, so I did that. The car feels pretty stiff. It's kind of like that's how STIs are. They're stiffer than just the factory suspension for other Subaru models, which is fine. I'll get used to it. I'm not bottoming out nearly as much or touching on the rear quarters with the tires nearly as much. So we'll see. Ascutney is the roughest mountain of the series. Should do pretty well though. But yeah, she boosts just as she should. Feels strong. Another thing, it's not a mod that I did, but I took the shifter extension off, so it's back to the factory ride height. This is the JDM STI shifter lever assembly, so it is a shorter throw than the factory. God, I love the sound of this Cobb exhaust. But no, the car feels pretty good. I don't know, but besides possible suspension rub or the car turning into a smoke machine, those are the only two things I'm kind of iffy about for this season. We'll really see how it goes. I'm going to keep changing out different oil fixes, see if any of them fix the issues. I'm hoping it's just valve stem seals. I really hope it's not like ringland or turbo. If it was turbo, it'd be all the time and quite a bit more. One thing I did get, like I mentioned, I got this liquid moly. It's their motor oil saver, obviously. It states it rejuvenates, seals, rubbers, stuff like that. So I'm pretty confident that this might be the fix. I just gotta wait for the Subaru to do its thing, burn some oil, so I can add this to it. For you guys, if you're wondering, their part number on this is 2020. So I guess hindsight's 2020, if this works or not. But we'll see how that goes. I just gotta wait for Subaru to work its magic on that. But yeah, beyond that, the car feels really good. It feels pretty quick. I'm excited for the season. I want to do all 5. So I'm not going to break out until, well, I'm not going to shoot for breaking out until Okemo 2 and Ascutney 2 this year. So there's 2 of those, and there's only 1 Burke. I'm really excited for Burke. That's where the hill climbing for me all started, like, I don't know, 8 years ago now? And it's been a minute. But really excited. Planning on doing 5 this year, beef up my resume, hopefully do the entire series next year. Not sure if it'll be in this or in the orange car. We'll see how that progress goes, because you know how that build's been for, geez, 6, 7 years? I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna continue doing my rip, making sure the suspension feels okay. And if you're still watching, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll have a huge update for you pretty soon. There we go. But yeah, might be a little bit of a sponsorship update. I don't know. I'm still looking for my brewery sponsorship. I'm still looking for that. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. If you're still watching this long, more power to you. I can barely finish these videos. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and the next video might be at the hill climb. Yeah, we'll see. Have a good day. Video after the video. Let's see if it's smoking.